What drops are you going to land in solo ranked and solo victory cups that are both uncontested and have great loot? That's where I come in. Make sure you like the video for the algorithm. Thank you for Snowy Up the Villa for being a positive member of the JKC community. Let's get right into these 5 drops. They're amazing. Our first drop is going to be up here in the top left of the map. You can see it here, and this is where we're landing. Let me show you around. In this video we have drops all around the map, so make sure you stay tuned for all of them. I'd recommend landing on a floor spawn. There are quite a couple floor spawns, and get the brick first. Mats in early game fights are some of the most important things. What's important about this drop is actually this chest up here. If there's no one else landing here, get the floor spawns first, but if there's people landing here, obviously get the main chest first. This is right in the open, and that means you're going to have a really good drop for it. But straight away, I haven't even left this little temple thing yet, and I already have very good loot. The reason why this drop remains so uncontested is because the loot is scattered around in a ton of different places. That temple I just showed you is the main part of the loot. However, there are a ton of different chests around these mountainous places. And also max brick pretty much instantly, which is very, very useful in this meta. You can see that there are chests all around the mountainside, and I'm actually going to bring up a screenshot of what the mountainside looks like in terms of chests. There's more than enough for a player, and there's even these little green pools which allow you to move around faster. If you eventually finish looting this place, you can go down, and you see where the underworld is on the map right here. You land here and you rotate around this area looting up. You can then come down, and this spot here just behind the underworld actually has another legendary chest. You can see it where I'm looking at now. There it is. And it's crazy because it's right next to the underworld, but I've never seen someone land here. I land here whenever I land for the underworld. So if you're into Zeus lightning bolts and into the wings of Icarus, having 2 opportunities to get god chests is going to be a great thing for you. That was all for drop number 1. If you didn't like this one, then drop number 2 is going to be crazy for you. This next one does not have any legendary chests, but in my opinion, it is still very, very good. I landed here in one of the performance valuation cups in duos, and it was one of the best things I ever did. It is up here just below Lavish Lair, kind of in the middle of the map you could say, and you're going to land this building here. Landing this building here, getting whatever weapons here, and then taking down the bots super quickly. You can see they've got no health pretty much, there's just 3 of them, and I've already taken them all out. You're then going to get the vault key card, put it in, and you are chilling. The vault key card isn't the biggest vault, I can't lie to you, but it is still solid. While you're waiting for the vault to open, get some mats and block off the area. This is a drop that could honestly be contested by 1 player, but they will often make the mistake of going to the house rather than going to this place. And remember, in tournaments, the vault is automatically open. If you get the best drop for the vault, you can just slide right in and get all the loot. Now you've got that, you can either rotate over here and get some mats from these bricks. They give solid mats. Or you can loot the house right here. Finally, the final option is pushing the player. The player will quite often be in this house, and there's 3 chests here I believe. Not the worst case scenario landing this house either if you don't get the best drop. If you're a good fighter, you could be able to win off either bar. This house is also pretty nice to fight in. After you finish looting it, you're going to be putting a nice middle map area, and you can go up to the top of this mountain for look for storm surge tags if you're in a super stacked lobby. And there's also 2 extra chests up here if somehow you haven't got enough loot. Because honestly, the 2 legendary chests in that POI, little POI over there, makes it so useful to land at for a solo. I can guarantee you it'll be contested, but if you get a drop map and have a good drop every single time, you will win, I guarantee it. I realized during this video I've been referring to legendary chests and legendary chests. Yeah, I know, it's a bit confusing. But when I say legendary chest, I mean the type of chest that's not a normal chest that I'm currently opening. So if I said legendary chests, then I mean that chest. But if I say legendary chest while I'm opening this chest, I mean that chest. Just thought I'd point that out. Pop in code JKC to support me. Our next drop is arguably insane, and it is over here on this side of the map. I told you we were making them nice and far apart from each other, so you guys have had an opportunity to decide which part of the map you want to land in. It is right here. Let me explain. This is almost like a mini POI. It is super well designed as well, by the way. Coming right in here, there is a legendary chest. Just land in this massive archway, walk right in, it's right there. Instant advantage over everyone else that's landing here. It's not a hard POI to loot, and there's quite a couple floor loots as well as about 8 chests. You could honestly be contested, though I don't think this POI is very well known about. And having the opportunity to get Zeus lightning bolts is also a must. Likewise, like all the other drops, it has some big bricks around the area, which I personally love in a drop. Having bricks around a drop is a great opportunity for mats, as I previously said, and that is why I picked all the drops with good materials. If you don't have good mats from here, you can just rotate slightly south, where there is a ton of metal, and obviously you can get max health. So if you're unconned, I'd recommend not popping a single bit of shield. You can just sit here and farm these and get 100 instantly. Also, the 2 chests here are pretty cool. These 3 drops have been pretty cool so far, but let's move on to number 4. One thing I like about these final 2 drops is they're not very likely to be contested. There is no super crazy amount of chests and epic chests in this location, so it's very unlikely to be contested in solos, as a lot of people are just aiming to get the Zeus mythics. You're going to land on this beach over here, and although it looks deceiving, it looks a bit pathetic, it actually has about 9 chests within about 30 meters or so, and 6 of them are within these 3 beach huts. This stood out to me straight away on Fortnite Tracker and websites such as Fortnite.gg, because I could see instantly that these things had a ton of chests in them. And I landed there a couple times in ranked solos to prove it, and it was crazy. Barely anyone was landing here, and I got all this loot with no contestation. Having a lot of chests in the area is great though, because with the low spawn rate of chests being over only 50%, having a lot of chests mean that you're likely gonna still get some loot, even if the chests don't spawn. Again, no shield is needed in this place, as about 100 shields worth of slurp barrels are right at the end of the pier. Well, if you can count that as a pier. And finally, as if this drop wasn't good enough already, there is some fishing spots for you to fish, and also a launch pad for you to rotate. Like, what more do you want? If you want to push this guy over here, who arguably has less loot than you can do that. And if it's unlooted, well, that's just another small POI for you to loot as well. There are very few downsides to this drop, apart from the fact there are no of the legendary chests. But if anything, that might be an upside, because there's less people contesting it. If you're not new to the channel, this might be a drop you've seen before. But I had to put it in this list because it is so good for capturing one of the main POIs this season. It's a solo drop, and it's most likely going to be uncontested. It is this house right here, just off Brawler's Battleground. You can see it's about 150 meters away, and it's literally just a house. But this house has like 8 or 9 chests in it, therefore making it perfect for a solo to get enough loot. You just gotta make sure you have the perfect drop for it, because I have a feeling that people are gonna learn about this place and it's gonna be so good. You see, we walk through these doors, we get the chest straight away. We walk over here, we get another chest straight away. We walk over here, we hack the floor, we get another chest straight away. We walk down the stairs, we walk through the door, we get another chest. We walk downstairs again, we walk under the stairs, and we get another chest. The chests do not stop coming with this POI, and then we walk around here and we hack this door here and we get another chest with some slurp barrels. Finally, we walk through this door and get another chest. The pure amount of heals you also get from this drop is unfathomable. Because there's so many chests, it means that you're going to get a heal from every single one, which is super good. I don't even need to say it, it's crazy. If I wanted to push Brawler's Battlefield now, I could farm these stones, which again, I put stones in this drop. Well, technically I didn't, Fortnite did, but I picked a drop with stones. You can farm the stones, get some mats, and suddenly I'm looking at a really good set of loot. I'm looking at an opportunity to take the medallion from the person who gets it at Brawler's Battleground. I'm looking for the opportunity to win this game. You don't have to try capture it. You could always try to rotate off this way. That is another option, and I could recommend it if you're trying to get the win in a solo victory cup. But that has been all for today, guys. If you want to watch another video this season where I tell you the meta, then make sure you click on the video on the screen right now. It's a certified banger, I can tell you, and you're going to learn so much. Make sure you like the video for the algorithm, and I'll see you in the next one.